Hi, welcome to Real Good Gear, and this is a review on the Simjack 6-speed manual shifter. The construction is aluminium, anodized aluminium, which is really nice. Bottom plate is also aluminium. The shift knob is also aluminium, and so is the shaft. It has micro switches that you can see through here. So there's three things I'd like to address. The first one is actually the shaft. The shaft of the shifter, it twists a little bit, just fractionally. You can feel it move when you're actually shifting gears. I find it a little bit annoying, but apart from that, it's not too bad. I'm fairly sure there's a quick fix for this. The bolt at the bottom, I do believe if you tighten it, we'll probably get rid of that. So I'll check that and update it later on. Second thing that I noticed was there's a lip on this middle piece here. And the reason for the lip is that the shifter is hitting this corner here. And the reason for this is the third thing I noticed, is that the actual aluminium plate at the top is actually not like 5mm of aluminium plate at top. It's actually like 2mm of aluminium plate and 3mm of plastic underneath, and hence this is why this has started to curl on the edge. So it would be nice if they replace that with a proper solid aluminium plate. It would resolve this issue. And finally, the last thing I would like to see on this would be a USB slot instead of a fixed cable. That would be excellent. And that's my only real complaints regarding the shifter. And the shift is very solid. What we're going to do is we're going to open the shifter and we're going to check to see how good the quality is and what might wear and what might give you problems later on. A general analysis to see how good this has been built. So I saved going through the disassembly because I think that's a boring part. Just simply really, as you can see, these 4 screws here, and they go in 4 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And this, after you've taken the, let me just put the screws to one side. Once you've taken the shifter off the top, you can then just remove this top part. So you can see here we've got a USB cable that goes into a circuit board here that connects to another circuit board at the bottom, right, which is 4 micro switches on this side. One of them looks like as if it's a spare micro switch. It doesn't go into anything, as it's, I would assume this is used for the 7-speed shifter. So the plate covers it and it's not used. 1, 2, 3, 4 micro switches, and this end one's for reverse, as you can see the slot there, right? And then we've got 3 at the bottom as you would see from that angle, right? And you can sort of see the micro switches there, and you can if I press on it, I don't know if you can hear that, you can hear them clicking. It's quite a solid click. I can't really see how you're going to damage these switches. It's fairly simple for the price. Build quality is really great. I'm quite surprised. Now this is where this is a little bit more interesting, as this is such a simple design. I was quite surprised when I opened it. I was expecting a lot more. So at the top, to get into the gate, you get a right click, right? And the click is due to this spring load here. And then we've got a couple of small bearings here, right, that are screwed through to this here as well, which is on a spring tensioner. If you look underneath, you can see that they're screwed through to the bottom of this plate. That would be a concern. It might undo itself, but I've got a feeling it's probably Loctited in, and I don't believe that it's going to come out. The spring tension is excellent, as you can hear the click, right? It's really solid the way it clicks across, and the pivot design again is so simple, right? You can see how it pivots. I've bent it left and right just to see if there's any movement in it, and there's no movement in it. Is, you know, it's not a very super thick screw that goes through the middle, or the bolt that goes through the middle. The spring load itself is really good. It's just, I think it's perfect. It's good quality spring. It's fairly strong. Now that play I was talking about earlier on with the this movement is from the bottom of here. So when you turn this shaft here, you can see that's where the play is. I think the screw that goes through this section here is not thick enough, or this is not tight enough. I'm going to fiddle around with it and see if I can get rid of this play. That's the only annoying thing I find of actually the shifter itself. The rest of it is very straightforward, a really simple build. Actually the materials, as far as I'm concerned, are fairly good quality. I mean, you're paying £30 for a shifter. I don't think there's another shifter in the market in that price range, especially of this quality. I think anybody who purchases it will be quite happy with it and not disappointed. So let's put it back together and put it on my rig and give it a test and see how it performs. So as you can see, I've installed the SimJack manual shifter to my simulator, and we're going to test drive a Honda NSX. This is in Assetto Corsa, so let's take it for a drive and see how the shifter feels. I'm not going to do a lot of talking simply because I want to concentrate on the driving and the shifting. I haven't driven a manual shifter in quite some time, so I'm a little bit rusty, so forgive the driving and forgive me if I go off a couple of times. Ooh, this sounds really nice. And as you can see, it's really good. The shifter feels natural, which is really important. It doesn't feel like a toy in your hand. It's nice and clunky, or how can I say, notchy. So it's got a really good feel to it. And it's really not taking that long to get used to it. Gear changes by me, but apart from that, it feels really good. And the car, it's really nice. I like the sound out of it. Yeah, I think anybody who purchases it is going to be quite happy with it. It's got a really good feel. See if we can get it into fifth. We'll put it in fifth. I don't know if there's a sixth gear on this in Honda NSX. We'll try it. Nope, no sixth. So just fifth. So that is my test of the 6-speed manual shifter by SimJack, and conclusion is it's a really nice shifter. The shaft could have been a bit longer. Apart from that, I think the shifter is excellent. It's got a good feel to it. It feels realistic. It doesn't feel like a toy, like I said before, and I'm quite happy with this. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to reply.